Deadwax.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
What's up, all you Blink-182 submarine stepsons, and welcome to the Deadwax Show with Waffles and the Stooge. Get out of the groove and get out of the submarine and get into the Deadwax. I am Waffles, and as always, I am joined by my best friend and older brother, Stooge.
The inversion, right? I am doing good, mostly because I've not been imploded this week, though.
Yes, good.
Speaking of
Thank
submersibles.
Yeah, thank heavens you haven't been imploded this week.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a chance it'll happen, but anyway.
You know what? The chances are never zero, as we've learned. But you know what? We're proud of you for sticking it out. Yeah.
Thank you. I made it through another week with no implosions.
Good. I'm so glad.
Hot topics. Those are the pop
Those
culture.
are the hot topics. Yeah. See, this is more of a political pod than it is music anymore. Yeah. Deadwax is just—it's like a lollipop where it's just like the outside is assigned as like music and records and stuff, but the innards we're discussing the hot topics, the politics. We're basically the Wendy Williams show of the vinyl Instagram world.
That is a great description, and I would actually substitute lollipop for like an onion or something. You know, you get deeper the layers.
Yes,
you know?
Ogres have layers.
Yes, they do.
What about cake? Everybody loves cake. Cake has layers.
Yeah, but does everyone love us though? You know.
Yes. 100%. 100%. How much do you want to bet that in the games of like F, Marry, Kill, we have both been the kill like so many times? Do you know what I mean? Like it's I don't even want to know.
Kill or kill.
Stooge, did you pick up any records? We haven't recorded in like a month, so have you picked up any records?
Oh, it's been a month. You know, I've picked up some records. That's like asking, have you breathed in the last month? Or,
have you breathed? Yeah.
Have you breathed? Have you eaten? Have you overeaten? All these questions. Of course I have.
Yeah.
But before I share my pickups, I got to make sure we change it over to our Rustic Records cam real quick.
Yes.
Whoa! You can see the pickup's a little bit better because the other cameras are zoomed in real close. You're gonna see like
you can see the pores.
This is like, hey, look at this record. That's what it's gonna kind of look like. Sorry about my hands. Anyways, all right. So I just got a couple I just want to share that are really cool. I'm really excited about that I got. The first one being my World Wrestling Federation, the Music Volume 2. This came out, and so this is a bootleg. WWF/E hasn't really put this one out.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Little yellow translucent with the I think it's like a blue splatter, but because it mixed with the yellow, it looks a little greenish.
That's sick. I love that.
Anyways, this is like entrance music from professional wrestlers back in the day.
That.
So you got you see there some big names: Taker, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You got Mankind, and then Rocky Maivia. That's The Rock before he went by The Rock.
Well, there you go.
And then here at the bottom, the best one, Shawn Michaels. His song's called "Sexy Boy." It's really good. We're gonna put it on the playlist this week. So
let's do it. I love it. Yeah,
it's like top 5 best entrance songs of all time.
Love it.
Anyway, so just wanted to share that one. I picked this up from Too Sweet Merch.
Nice.
You can follow him on Instagram. He occasionally does wrestling themed vinyl drops and all things wrestling when it comes to shirts, hats, all that kind of stuff. So
yep.
That one I want to share because it's really cool. Next one I want to share because I really like this album so far is End Times New Roman by Queens of the Stone Age. This album came out like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered mine through the band's website, and I got the red.
Ooh, beautiful.
See that there? It's not really. It's a little translucent, but it's mostly opaque. Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't listened to this album yet, sorry, you probably can't hear me because I'm blocking my face. Great album. It's a little, I don't know, slower and darker than I think what you'd expect traditionally to come from Queens of the Stone Age. And sometimes people hear the band do one sound, they want them to continue doing that sound.
Yeah.
And I get that, especially if you love an album. It's like, oh, I wish this next one would sound just like that one. But I think the recent like Josh Homme, what I'm looking for, drama in his life is coming through on this. I think it was part of this was made probably during the pandemic because they haven't put an album in almost 6 years now. It was like 2017, 2018 was the last time they did it, so it's been a minute. And I think just get older, life, I don't know. I think they're going through some stuff, and I think it comes through on this in style as well. So great album though. I really enjoy it. I remember when the first single dropped, emotional. What was it? Emotional what? Emotional Sickness. There we go.
There you go.
First time I listened to it, I wasn't like, I'm not sure I like this. Both the song and also kind of the recordings sounds like they have like maybe 2 or 3 mics set up in a recording booth and they all played and recorded at the same time. So it doesn't come up as loud and clear as I would hope. But after listening to it a couple times, I feel like it's a stylistic approach they took towards recording as well. Kind of like a minimalistic style, and I've come around to really like it. So
that's sick.
Anyways, love that album. Check it out if you haven't. And then speaking of Josh Homme, I recently was able to pick up one of my grails, and I hate using this because there's so many records I want, but this one has always been really far out of reach because it's only been pressed once. There's no repress in sight that I'm aware of, and so like these go for like over $100. Luckily, my local record store, Graywell, had one in, and I had a whole grip of store credit. So I was able to finally get this one and add to the collection. And it's them Crooked Vultures.
Look at that.
Yep. So finally got this. This has been in my Discogs want list for, I kid you not, like 3 or 4 years.
Nice.
And like I said, it's over $100 easily, no matter which one.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a double LP. Them Crooked Vultures. If you're not familiar, they're a super group. It consists of Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age, Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters, and then John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin, which I know is like a super random.
It's very odd, but it works so well.
Dave and Josh, I think, makes sense. It's John Paul Jones. That's kind of like, where'd that come from?
Like the grandpa that just like is there, but whatever, man, it works. Yeah, that record's great.
The rocker. He's what's his face?
With Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, he's Rainn Wilson.
Yeah. Great movie.
On the bass though.
Yeah.
Anyways, another great album that I feel is not as widely known or appreciated as you would think it would be for the lineup that they have. So
and it should because it's a great album.
Yeah, and so if you haven't, once again, if you're not familiar with them Crooked Vultures, I would suggest checking them out again, and we could definitely add some songs from this on the playlist as well. So
we will.
Sorry I took up so much time, but I just had some really, and that's like the tip of the iceberg. Man, we keep coming with these Titanic references.
I know, yeah, right. Your heart will go on. It's okay.
If we honestly did all the pickups we probably got this past month, it would be
it would be the episode, right? Like one of these days we will just do an episode that's an hour long just of records we got. I swear. Yeah.
Anyways, there you go. That's me. How about you?
Like Stu said, I've gotten a bunch, but I'm only going to do 3 as well. Just like 3 big ones. First one is Finished People by Sleeping Giant. And this one is on a really pretty white with black and red splatter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sleeping Giant, great Christian band, metal band. They're from Utah and California. But I actually didn't know that they put this on vinyl. So I was like, I'll see how much it is on Discogs. It was like $45. And I was like, I don't know. But then I just Googled it, and some random bookstore was selling them for retail. Nice. So that was rad, is that I didn't have to pay anything extra. And it was brand new. It was still sealed.
I think sorry to cut you off.
You're fine.
Just looking once again at that variant, I don't know if bands and or pressing plants or labels understand how much a good pressing can help with moving.
Absolutely.
Like if it's a terrible looking color or and I'm 50-50 on the album, I probably won't buy it. But if it's a really cool pressing and I'm 50-50, that might tip the scales.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm a variant hoe that way. So, that's maybe just me talking, but I feel like a lot of people are like that these days.
For sure. Well, and even like a bad pressing can almost ruin an album for you. I got a Veil of Maya record like a year ago, and it was clear with a colored splatter, but there were 3 things of splatter. And it was like, I hate this. And I sold it like in a week later because I was like, this is stupid. And so it's just done.
3 splatter beads.
Like 3 splatter beads. I even took a picture of it on Instagram, and I was like, this is a joke, right? Like you ran out of vinyl, and so you're like, oh, this will be fine. My next one is album that came out this week. This is Life Under the Gun by Military Gun. They're like a hardcore band that's like radio friendly. So it's like turnstile-y. It's way more accessible. There's no screaming. It's much more soft. This is the Brooklyn Vegan pressing. You can't really see it on the camera, gosh dang it, but it's like pink marbled.
Yeah, I see it's like a light pink.
Little like light pink splatter. This is one of my favorite albums of the year, though. I've already spun the record, I think, 6 times.
This year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it just came out on Friday. And this is good to go back to the world of getting the vinyl before the album comes out. It's a great feeling. Great feeling. So listen to Military Gun if you haven't yet. Last one was a record I've had on pre-order for I think for 8 months. So it was just delayed. Just constant delays because they're not a very big band. And that is All These Darlings and Now Me by Sunflower. And this is
once again
with like a white splatter.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, right. It turned out really, really nice. Sunflower, they're a fantastic mathcore band from like the South somewhere. The South of the United States somewhere.
What do they how does our hardcore go like this? You don't know no.
Literally. They're much more twangy and I love it. They're so cool. I love Sunflower. Sunflower, if you're listening, please come to Utah. Anyway, I love it, and it took I think a solid 10 months longer than the pre-order said it would.
Mm-hmm.
I even ordered mine after they said the pre-order would ship out, and it's still been 8 months. So
gotcha. I was gonna say, are you stroking or is it sunflower or is it
Sunflower with no W?
Flower. Okay,
Sunflower. Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, it's like,
yeah. It's one of those
sunflower, but he's like,
yeah, it's one of those that you have to like hear the band members say the name to get it right because it doesn't even look like that's how you would say it.
Yeah,
with just the way it's written on the record. But yeah, great band, love them.
They took our gerbs.
They took our gerbs. South Park reference. Excellent work.
All right. Now that pickups are done, we're gonna switch back to regular cams. Extreme close up. The Wayne's World.
That was good. Hey, Stooge, speaking of Wayne's World, on the records we were showing, it's something that each record has? Music. Correct. You're not wrong. You have not been incorrect in anything you've just said. But another thing that each record has, logos.
Logos are a big part of life. Look at my hat.
A big part of life. Your hat.
My hat has a logo.
Yep.
My shirt also has a logo.
Whoa, but Stooge, what kind of logo is that?
It's a logo for an online record stop known as Rustic Records. This is their OG logo too.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways,
what about Rustic Records? Why would you bring that up?
Oh, we'll bring it up later. Don't worry about it.
Okay, sick. Anyway, if you clicked the video today or you clicked the episode, you will see that our topic. Are we good to go into topic?
Yes, let's do it.
You'll see that our topic.
I'm just screwing with you along the way.
You're flowing with the sun.
Yeah.
You'll see that our topic is on band logos, and this is something that every artist on the planet has to have because that's what you put on artwork and that's what you put on T-shirts. That's what you advertise yourself with. For those who may not be super sure what a logo is, it is an image or a typeface associated with an artist or a musician that you can associate with them, right? We're not getting too deep. We're not looking to reinvent the wheel.
If you are a literal baby,
we have a lot of young viewers that just aren't sure. So anyway, what we're going to do in today's episode is we're going to go over some of our favorite band logos that we really love and maybe some of our not so favorites too, because everybody, and the other thing too is this is just our opinion. The magic of art, just like with music, is that it's not for everybody, but a lot of people love it. So we could be talking about bands we even don't like, but the logo's really sick.
Yeah,
or you guys might love the logo and we hate it.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
I was saying, yeah, it's art is subjective. So it's up to how you feel about it. And just like you're saying, like there's a lot of logos that I think are really badass, but I don't really listen to the artist's music, which is a shame because I really like their stuff, but I would never hang that up because I feel like a complete, phony or poser.
Exactly. So, and we all have different reasons why we like logos, right? So we'll dive into that. I guarantee Stooge and I had different, what's the word I'm looking for? Ways we chose our favorites. There's a better word for that, but anyway. So Stooge, why don't you start us off? Give us your very first one you want us to look over and talk about.
Actually, yeah, I'll do that. Do you mind actually having you? Can I just have?
I'm ready. Yep.
Oh! I'm not seeing anything. You have to go into your present
Oh,
mode.
I was gonna pull it up and then show it, but I can happily just go to
Oh,
Google.
okay. Well, the first one.
You start talking. I'll go to Google.
Okay, so I've got a handful here that I actually really enjoy. The first thing I want to talk about here, I'll add you to the stream here,
Excellent.
is Led Zeppelin logos. Particularly the like, I guess it's maybe like the Fallen Angel one. Like I like the font, and then I like like that one right there. I really dig that one a lot. I really like just kind of how simplistic it kind of is, and I really like how unique the lettering is on the Led Zeppelin logo. And I think that's a lot of the ones I do like is because they have a really cool font that they created.
Instantly recognizable too.
Yeah, instantly recognizable and just really cool. I know this isn't per se. I mean, I would say, I'm including band names, even though it's like not. I mean, it's technically a logo, but there's some other ones I'm going to share here where it's like, oh, it's actually a logo. Like for example, click on the Led Zeppelin where it has each member's own logo. It's at the very top left. Yeah, that one works too.
All right, we'll do this one. It's probably bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see there like all of the different members of the band developed their own logo, which I thought was really
Very
cool.
creative.
So so I know that the three circles are John Bonham, and I remember that because they look like drums.
Yeah.
I believe the feather was that what's his face, Robert Plant.
We did this on a trivia episode, and I don't remember which one was which.
And I think Zoso or whatever. I think that's Page, and then the other one in the middle is John Paul Jones. Speaking of which, again. But yeah, really cool logos. I love the font. So I just wanted to.
Yep.
That one's one of the ones I like real quick. One more I wanted to share before I let you have a turn.
Go for it.
Go ahead and look up Red Hot Chili Peppers for me. The Red Hot Chili Peppers logo. I really enjoy like the little circular star thing that they have as their logo. I think that's really cool as well. Once again, if you take the words Red Hot Chili Pepper away from, like, click on that one right there, like the tan with the red.
You still know what it is.
You immediately know what that is. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, like a logo. Like there's no words, but you immediately know who that belongs to. That's I think it's really cool if more of my favorite bands had that, because like for example, the Black Keys. I love the Black Keys. They don't necessarily have like a dedicated logo for their band. And they've actually switched up like when it comes to just the words, the Black Keys. I think most people associate like, and you go ahead and look up the Black Keys too right now if you want. I think most people associate the Brothers album type font with the Black Keys when you think of their logo. But as you're going to see here,
it's all over
the place. You know, there's like a couple more recognizable ones because I think it was associated with albums that were more popular than others. But yeah, I really wish they had some kind of non-word logo that I could get tattooed on my body. So, like for another really cool logo, like speaking of logos, like, I got Stussy. This is a really iconic, logo.
Yes.
But who didn't know how to draw those S's?
Exactly.
Yes, like anyway, the power of logos. So, anyways, yeah. So those are just a couple I wanted to share real quick, but I got more, but I'll let you go ahead.
Absolutely. We'll do like two and switch off every time.
Okay, sounds good.
The thing that I went with when picking my favorite logos, I went with bands who the logo stays consistent across several albums. Because like you said, lots of bands have a typeface or a font that they use, but it changes all the time.
Yeah.
And I also went with a lot of bands I don't like actively talk about, but I do think have very fantastic logos. Very first one I want to go over is the Metallica logo.
Oh, that's on my list too.
Yeah, because it is very simple, but it is genius, right? Because all they do is spike the last two letters and angulate them, and it's incredible. Look at you can see right here the little ninja stars they got going on. They've been able to do so much with even just the shape of the letter. It's brilliant, and you can put that on any shirt and any font, and you can even the words can say anything, and people know you're like referencing Metallica. Yeah, which is genius. That's what you want, right?
Yep.
Even across the years, they've made the letters thicker, they make them thinner, whatever. They're so consistent in sticking to that, and they've done it forever. That's been their thing since it started, which is very impressive. I think a lot of people with logos, especially like heavy metal bands, they can get really sick of the same thing. But you get the other, like the legacy bands, like Iron Maiden, Metallica, they'll have the same thing forever, and they won't stray far from it because they know everyone loves that one, right?
It's classic.
Another one that I think goes back to your Red Hot Chili Peppers idea is the Rolling Stones.
Yes, I also had this one listed too. The tongue. the mouth and tongue, iconic.
You don't need the words, right?
No,
Like that's the most impressive thing is that there is no font. You don't need writing to know that it's the Rolling Stones. And the other thing that I want to talk about with the reason I picked mine too, and I'll go into this is like a heads up for the ones I don't like. I don't like when band logos are literal interpretations. Like if this was a picture of a Rolling Stone, I think that's stupid. But like I think it's because artistically it is much harder to associate an image that has nothing to do with your name with your band. And the Rolling Stones are such a great example of it's just kind of like it was more rebellious in the 60s, right? To stick your tongue out. But it became associated with them so quickly that it works perfect. So I love the Rolling Stones logo. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Stones fan in the world, but like
me neither, but
the logo is so good, right? And you can do so many variations on this too. For a lot of their album artwork that's like performances in different countries, the color of the tongue is the flag. Like it's brilliant for the country that they're performing in. So yeah, the Rolling Stones tongue, it's genius.
It is. It's a really good one. I really enjoy it. I like even like you see the one it's in these images here. It's kind of like the rust. You're right on it. There you go.
This one?
I really like it. Yeah, when they have shirts like that where it's all like rustic,
a little bit faded.
Yeah. Anyways,
super sick.
That's a cool logo. I agree. And I'm not even a huge Stones fan. I got
exactly.
I have Greatest Hits album, but I don't really listen to them that much. So okay, cool. Another one I want to look up. Go ahead and type in Czarface. I think this is one of the
very good.
One of the main things that caught me about Czarface was their like comic book. That first one's kind of like a good one, but you can also see they've got like but what's also cool about them is they've kind of got a character. It's like it's an evolved logo, I would even say. Kind of like the how Burger King's got the king. It's like a mascot logo.
Yes.
And I think that's really cool because he's on all the covers. As you can see, the Czarface logo itself, kind of, there's a couple different variations of it as you're seeing through here. And I really just love that they've got this character they've developed that is like their band theme. Right. Even though they don't necessarily sing about this character, I mean, per se, it's I just think it's really cool that they've done this and they've made it in the comic book style. I absolutely love it. And honestly, one of my tattoos that I have planned is to get a Czarface kind of like themed tattoo because I love it so much and I love the band. So
that's sick.
That's one thing. Once again, it's the name Czarface, the logo. They do have that character, but even because they've done something really cool comic book style with the word Czarface, I think is really, really awesome as well. So and then another one that I really like, go ahead and type in Wu-Tang.
Oh, excellent answer.
Yeah.
Excellent answer.
Wu-Tang W. You don't even like click on, you don't have to even have the words Wu-Tang. You just see that W.
You can just see this and you know it.
You know who it is. And it's a really cool looking thing. And Wu-Tang nailed it with this one too. And they're the same as well. They've been consistent through the years and just kind of sticking with that logo. And everybody knows the Wu-Tang W. So that's another one that is really great. And I think I just wanted to share.
The Wu-Tang's such a good answer because, like you said, you don't need the letters, and it works good in any color variation. But they've always done like the black and yellow, and it's genius. The Wu-Tang's a very good answer.
Yeah.
Another couple I'll do. Let's go back to the world of metal because we just can't get enough. I love the Slayer logo. Slayer's always done a really good job of course, having the very instantly recognizable. Their stinking little font that looks like it's a bunch of lines on Microsoft Paint. But the thing I love is when they do this one with the swords because it's supposed to be the pentagram, obviously.
Yeah.
They leave the bottom line out to be their name, which is brilliant because if you just do the pentagram, whatever, we get it. But leaving the bottom line out makes them recognizable because then they're saying they're the bottom line of the pentagram.
Gotcha.
And Slayer, like Rob Zombie has a really good quote where he said, I've never met anyone that was into metal for just one summer. I've only ever met the guy that carved Slayer into his chest. And it's so true that like the way they wrote their font from the beginning, the Slayer's logos look like this forever. It's so perfect for like notebooks for high school kids, right? Or it's so perfect for when you're drawing, or if you want to get a tattoo or draw markers on your arm, you don't need this beautiful cursive font. It's literally made for like kids to think is cool. which is brilliant in my eyes. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
And instantly recognizable. Same thing. Like we talked about before, you can put these letters in anything and people associate with Slayer.
Mm-hmm. That is a cool logo. I agree as well.
Yeah, it's super cool. It also looks cool on shirts. It's great on patches. It's fantastic. The next one I go over is the band Death. I don't know if you're familiar with Death.
No, not very familiar, but I like.
This is where we get the name death metal. They're the very first death metal band.
Oh, really?
That's where death metal comes from. Fun fact, everyone listening. It's called death metal because the first band that did it is called Death. But what's great about Death is that I'll click this one. Their logo started off literally as like something a kid would draw that they think is edgy in high school. This just little grim. If you're only listening to this, there's like a scythe, there's an upside down cross on fire, there's a skull, there's spider webs. Death started in the very early 90s, and so they were trying to be edgy. But what I really like about this logo is that as they got older and matured, they just found like a better way to clean up the logo, but still keep it cool. Like keep it original. There's always been the scythe in it, but they made it look more polished. But the thing that's great about that band, the singer died in the 2000s, so sadly they were only banned for a little while. But they've consistently made, you can instantly recognize whether it's the cool version or the more polished version. It's the same band. It's the same general logo. And you go to any metal show, somebody's going to have a Death shirt on or a Death logo on their patch or something like that. So yeah, I love it. It's also like the thing that was cool about Death with starting death metal, it made it instantly nerdy. It was all about like art and skulls and blood, and like it started off very dorky, and that's so cool to me. So there you go. That's Death.
Awesome. Yeah, I like it. I think it's really funny. I like when there's all different styles, and I bet you they do research to see which logos will appeal to people. I guess I should save this for when we get into the ones we don't like so much, and I guess I will, because I just got a few more I want to share that I do like.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And I can go for your and I don't think you need to look these ones up.
Okay.
Actually, look.
I still look them up. Yeah.
Look up Rage Against the Machine for me real quick. And there's one specific. It's the logo they used on their debut album. Right there. You just that right there.
Excellent.
Because of the tone of their band is all about like, fighting against corruption and government bodies and stuff like that. I love that they've got like this blackout kind of theme, like you would see on like a CIA paper. They black out,
absolutely,
classified segments, and then it's got that really simple type font that makes it also seem kind of edgy, in my opinion. I just really, really love that about their logo. As you can see, they've had a couple different variations as well. Yeah. And their logo, and it hasn't stayed super consistent, but there's a handful of them that are instantly, besides the fact that it says Rage Against the Machine, it's, I think they look really cool. So that's one I wanted to share once again. Just words, not actually a logo, but one I really love.
Cool, yeah.
One that I think is really cool, because of the way they designed it, is 9 Inch Nails. Go ahead and look up the 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Logo. And some people might hold this against me later, because one of the things I'm going to argue for and logos that I don't like is that are over simplistic or plain or boring. Mm-hmm. But there's something about them flipping that other end backwards and making it, what's the word, where it's the same, it's like symmetrical, or
symmetrical,
where it's the same backwards. I think it's really cool.
Right?
It works,
it's fantastic.
Yeah. So that's another one I really like. And I've never bought a 9 Inch Nails shirt, but I've definitely thrown one in a cart before and thought about it. Online. So that's just another cool one. And I just want to do one more before I let you take over again.
Okay.
Go ahead and look up the Queen logo.
Love it.
I love how busy this logo is.
Very busy.
Click on the
picture of it.
It's like there's like lions and a dragon and a crown. It's like, it looks very not mid-century, sorry, like what's the word I'm looking for?
Like Renaissance era?
Dark Ages. Yeah, Dark Ages. It's like where people had a crest that showed their family, the family crest or whatever.
Absolutely.
Medieval times. That's what I'm looking for. Medieval
times. There you go. Yeah.
It looks very medieval-ish.
100%.
And I like the detail and everything to it. It looks, I have had a Queen logo shirt before, because I do like the way the logo looks. Of course. That's another one that I really, really enjoy.
And what a brilliant logo too, because same thing, if you take away you take away Queen, you know what it is, right? It's not like you're going to confuse that with anything else. Yeah. It's so sick.
Yeah.
I'll do a couple more that I like, and then if you want, we can move on to ones we don't like.
Yeah.
The last two I'll do is the Misfits logo.
Okay, that's a good one.
This is very instantly recognizable, even if you're not in the punk rock world, because the Misfits became very mainstream. But the face of the skull, right? It became so huge for like T-shirts. I feel like a lot of kids that went to Hot Topic had Misfits shirts.
Yeah.
I wish
because I would get a Misfits shirt. I think it's a really cool.
It's a great logo.
Yeah.
And it's been a thing we're going on 40 years, 40 plus years. And I even saw a tweet one time that was like, Misfits shirts are the live, laugh, love signs for goth kids. And it's so true because like I feel like everybody had at least one. All the goth kids did, all the punk kids. And it's cool. They never got rid of it. It's always been their thing. So from like early days to playing to, you know, a garage with 12 people to now where they're paid several $1 million to play a festival, you'll always have the symbol. It's great. The last one I want to go over that I really love, and actually this goes back to what you said about Nine Inch Nails. It's so funny. That's the Korn logo. I think the Korn logo is really sick. Like
the backwards R.
it's the backwards R. It's always written kind of like scribbly.
Yeah.
But like the backwards R is so iconic that like if you just write out Korn, you can't write a backwards R on your phone or type it out, but you always see the backwards R on all of their artwork, right? Yeah. It's genius.
Consistent. It is consistent. That's for sure.
They've always done it. It's genius because
it's just so unique enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't tell you anything about the band. You're not going to know what they sound like besides that they're maybe like heavier, but like it's so smart. It's just like Nine Inch Nails, just turning one letter backwards. It makes it so unique.
It does.
The Korn logo, I love it.
See, and I feel like the 90s were like a time where like Photoshop became a little more accessible.
Yeah.
To people without like, let's say, skills.
Yep.
And so a lot of 90s logos, in my opinion, for music that I listen to, are kind of, I don't know, archaic or like rudimentary. I don't know, sloppy. I think sloppy is the word I'm looking for. And so, and Korn kind of fell in that. I considered Korn, but see, like them and also Slipknot, even though there's a lot of detail and stuff that goes into like Slipknot, Limp Bizkit, and whatnot, it all
Those
just
are fine.
And it's a style, but
it's a style.
It's just not. It doesn't appeal to me as much.
So what you're saying is you're going to get the Korn logo tattooed on your butt cheek.
Yeah.
It's going to be the K on one butt cheek and then the RN on the other. So when you bend over, it says Korn.
And then there's going to be a bit, "Are you ready?"
That's like, funny. I love that. Good work. We'll all go blind when we see it.
Just a bunch of like random sounds on there.
That's so funny. Let's go over ones you don't like.
Well, actually, sorry, I'm going to jump one more time before we get into that. I wish I loved punk music way more. I'm sorry, there's a couple more I just want you to look up because I feel like they're awesome. I love these logos. One of them being like the Sex Pistols. Once again, it's not really a logo per se, but the font. Like I love that.
It's a typeface technically, but it's so iconic.
It like that Sex Pistols font right there, like encapsulates punk music to me.
Absolutely.
Like a grungy, just sloppy, all over the place kind of font, but it looks really cool in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then look up this next one, the Ramones.
Oh, excellent.
You know that circle logo that they have?
Whoa. There we go. Yeah, the presidential seal.
The presidential seal. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I think it looks so cool. Like the eagle with the arrows holding the baseball bat, and then is that an olive branch? I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's an olive branch in one claw, and then it's a baseball bat in the other.
Yeah, and then it just everything about it looks just so intricate and cool. Once I kind of think it for me, it's like in the Queen realm. There's so much detail into it that it's really interesting to look at. I should also mention right now, I'm gonna try to upload the Deadwax version of this logo onto our shop today.
Okay, I love it.
I wonder if I could text you. Am I able to text you this and you're able to share it real quick?
Sure.
I don't know if we'll have time, if there'll be too much dead air, but it shouldn't take me very long to find this real quick.
I think I actually still have it on my phone.
I'm gonna send it to you right now if you don't. But I just took the Ramones logo, and instead of Ramones, I just put Deadwax, and then inside, instead of all the band members' name, I just put Vinyl Stooge and Chicken and Waffles, and I think it looks really cool in my opinion. But
Keep talking. I need like 10 seconds.
Okay. I feel really bad because I forget what the name. I can't remember the name of the shop we do. Is it Teespring? Teespring. There we go.
Teespring.
Links in our bio on our show. So
The link's in the bio.
If you want to get your hands on a copy of this shirt that we're gonna put out, and I'll do like hoodies and stuff like as well. Let me know when you try to share again, and I'll let you know.
I'm finding it.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Adding to stream. Boom. There it is. So I took their logo and put us in there, and then you can see what I really think is cool is I put the Deadwax logo in the middle.
Yeah.
So you can see that they're right on top of the eagle, and then I don't know if you can zoom in on this or not, Waffles, but in the ribbon they have something on the Ramones one. I think it's something in Latin, maybe. I'm not very sure. I can't remember. But I put there you go. Zoom in onto the ribbon that the eagle has in its mouth, and I put in there, get out of the groove and into the Deadwax.
Heck yeah.
So
heck yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna put this on some shirts and stuff. If you want to get one, it feels like a plug. But I'm like, was this whole segment?
This whole episode, this whole episode was just a big transition into.
I just thought it was a good opportunity, to share. So
yeah, it's awesome.
So go ahead, share your screen again.
I'm going back to it.
Before we go into ones we like, do you mind if we go through the comments of people who also
absolutely
ones that they like? So I put out feelers onto the gram.
Okay.
And here are some of the ones that people said that we should. Oh, hold on, let me click on add to stream. There we go. Dead Kennedys. This was
great logo.
My old Dirty Dan 95. And I think this is actually
the best
cool logo. And that's more of like the logo, A lot of these logos are like the actual band name. That's a really cool looking logo. In my opinion.
Genius too. Yeah.
Utah Vinyl, etc. Wanted to do Radiohead.
Oh, Radiohead's logo is fantastic. A little scary, angry bear or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever that is. Yeah. And see, I feel like
genius.
that doesn't fit their music though. Like that looks scary and aggressive, whereas Radiohead's not that.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool looking still.
It's a great logo.
He also suggested Public Enemy if you want to look that one up.
Oh, that's a good one. With the little circle thing and the
Yep. The crosshairs.
Yep.
All right. Then we have Bill Keep Spinning. He suggested Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
I actually don't know their logos. This will be exciting.
I don't know. I
know Rainbow Kitten Surprise. Oh, the little triangle. That's very simple, but like
it's a logo
easy to make into something.
Yeah. So there's that one. Crazy Vinyl Records, which is another online record shop. They said Tool, the Tool logo they really like.
Oh, okay. They've used this forever too. Well, I guess they changed it with the new album, but
yeah,
they've kept this one pretty consistent.
Yeah, and that's the one I recognize too, the one you're referring to that kind of makes a circle. It's
like
exactly two circles in a circle. Anyways.
Yeah.
It's a really cool one. All right, my favorite record said he said the Woocifix from Woo Life, which is we already looked up Wu-Tang, so we don't have to do that, but I'll just mention that one. Here we go. No Life Till Records suggested the Ghost logo, which
Ghost.
It's a pretty cool one. Yeah,
I think they've been very consistent with this one. This is the energy drink Ghost. That's hilarious.
Nikki No Good 315 said Coheed and Cambria.
Oh yes, they have the symbol. The Coheed and Cambria symbol.
Yep. So that's a really cool one.
Very recognizable. A lot of people get tattoos of that too.
Yeah, it looks like a really cool symbol. So
that's a great one.
Vinyls by Hand said Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, Fleetwood's got a good one. If I could spell, oh my gosh.
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood. Yeah, theirs is great.
Yeah, I like that one too. The font's really cool. And this is another one. Once again, I wish I loved punk. This comes from Ben, our buddy Ben, BTR06, Black Flag.
Oh, nice.
The Black Flag logo, I also really cool. It's simple, but it's something about it is so cool.
Yeah. Very recognizable.
Yeah, very recognizable. And then he also suggested Sun O. SUNNO.
He's so funny with his son.
And this is a band I'm not familiar with at all. But
they're very weird. They're a drone band, but they're favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I don't butcher this, but I'm going to. A Horvath 5.
Okay.
I'm sorry. AHORVATH 5 said The Doors.
Oh, nice.
And this is the one that I love the font. I think it's really cool the way the divide.
Exactly. It's so simple, but it works so well.
And how they did the O's like opposite. Yeah. They could have just done them up straight up and down. I guess it would have been fine. But the fact that they tilted them outwards just adds a little more character.
It's genius. Cool.
Yeah. Luke Swalton.
Okay.
Said the Thursday Dove.
Oh, great answer. Luke's also such a great guy. I love you, Luke, if you see this. Yeah, the Thursday Dove right here.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
That's a good one.
Yep. I'll try to fire through some of these a little more quicker. Vinyl Faux Friends.
Okay.
Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, of course. I almost did this one.
While you're doing that one, I'll just go to the next one. When the Needle Drops said Outcast. The Outcast.
Oh, Outcast is a great logo.
Yep, that's a cool one. Soft June Breeze. She said Thundercat.
Like the show?
No, there's actually a musician. And if you scroll down, it's the one, where the cat's facing straight on. So there, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's sick.
Yeah, so I very much
also a good callback to the show.
Yeah. I feel like it took inspiration from the show, but
absolutely.
And this one, I'm sorry, it's Apogeian Marianne. I'm not very sure. The very end of it says Marianne. I'm not sure what the rest of it says. I apologize, but they said U2, and I'm like, I don't know. U2 seems like
I don't even know that logo.
I don't know if it's just the letter number U2.
Yeah, it's changed a lot, but a lot of these are really sick.
And this is one you won't like, I think, based on what you said already. Okay. The Stone Roses Lemon.
Stone Roses.
Oh, you know, never mind. You would like.
No, I do like that because it's not. Yeah, it's not literal.
Part of the band name. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's just they got the lemon there. I actually think it's kind of cool.
I think it's cool too.
The Black Keys BR said the Linkin Park logo.
Oh, Linkin Park's a good one. Very instantly recognizable, and you can only associate with them.
The band name, and also that circle thing with the LP. Yeah, looks really cool.
It's so smart.
Crash 817 also said Coheed and Cambria.
Okay.
We've only got 3 left. Books and Vinyl said Van Halen. I think Van Halen.
Oh, that's a good answer. Yeah. That's super sick.
Our buddy Jerry Disc_jockey said Opeth or Opath. How do you spell it?
Opeth. It's how you pronounce it. Okay. Yeah, their logo's sick.
Oh, that is a cool one. I like that.
Yeah, Opeth's fantastic.
And then I don't know if this is a prank one, but Dead Set on Wax said fucked up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This one.
That's it. Okay. Okay, yeah. That logo's pretty cool. I mean, I dig it.
Right.
All right, so it wasn't a prank. Sorry.
It wasn't a prank.
It's my ignorance. That's what it was. So yeah, those are some of the ones we got sent in. Thank you everyone for those things. Yeah, that covers a lot more stuff that we probably would have missed. So
yeah.
The Black Flag one's really cool. I really like that one.
So this is actually one I don't like.
Oh, really? How come? Because it's so simple?
It's so literal. It's a Black Flag.
It's a Black Flag. Gotcha.
That's why I've never liked the Black Flag logo. I think it's too lame.
Sorry, everybody. No, you're fine. Go ahead and type in Muse. Type in Muse.
Oh, the Muse logo. Yeah. That ain't great.
It's just their name. Like it's
just the 2 lines.
It's too simple. Yeah. I don't know.
The 2 lines are always there. Yeah.
For a band who I feel puts so much extra into a lot of stuff they do.
Absolutely.
I feel like their logo is just too simple.
It is very simple, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's one I wish was better.
Yeah. I wrote down another one I wanted to go over.
Go ahead, sure.
Do you know one I hate? I hate the Guns N' Roses logo. It's so stupid. It's literally Guns N' Roses. Like I've always thought that's the stupidest thing because it's like we get it, like it's Guns N' Roses. I think it's so dumb. Yeah, they have like the cross for Appetite for Destruction, but like the logo itself, the yellow one, ugh.
It's literally Guns N' Roses. Yeah, I don't hate it. I hate the band, but I don't hate the logo.
Yeah, logo's dumb.
I feel like it's got kind of a Mexican southwestern feel to it with the Guns and the Roses.
I'm from Southern California, so maybe that's what it was. But
one other one I forgot to mention that I think is iconic that I wish I liked them more is Aerosmith. I think Aerosmith has a really cool.
Oh, they do have a good logo, huh?
Sorry, I know we're supposed to be doing ones we don't like, but I feel like this one has.
I'd rather we focus on the stuff we do like. The Aerosmith one's really sick because it's very 70s looking, right? And it's very telling of the time. Yeah.
Yeah. trying to think of more that I don't like.
I only thought of like 2 or 3 I don't like.
Go ahead and share another one you like then.
I do like or don't like?
You don't like.
The last one I'll share, and it's for the exact same reason. This band was popular like 10 years ago, so please don't like think, oh, I need to check them out. That's the 5 Seconds of Summer logo, where it's 5 tally marks. Oh my gosh, I hate it. It's so stupid. They were a pop punk band that was like but closer to One Direction style of pop. They're like a boy band from Australia that was cool 10 years ago. I've always hated that logo. And then they tried, like you can see a little bit here on the top right, they tried and like changing up a little bit by calling themselves 5 Sauce, but they still had the 5 tally marks. That's so stupid.
Well, it just would have been SOS, Seconds of Summer, if they hadn't got the 5
Seconds of Summer. Anyway, those are the ones I don't like.
5 SOS there.
Exactly.
You know what? I think this might be a good transition for us, actually.
Okay.
I think logos that I don't like. I wish Beck had a more recognizable logo. He doesn't.
I don't even know the Beck logo. I'll Google that right now.
His, I think it just changes.
Oh, that one's kind of cool, but he hasn't done that a ton. This one.
Yeah. I wish he had something cool.
Yeah.
Mine is logos that you can't even read. It just looks like scribbles. So, all your the
every band I listen to, yeah.
Every band you listen to, I'm like,
every band I listen to, yeah.
Which I think is a good transition for us today. Unless there was more you wanted to share that logo you don't like. What we thought would be fun, because Chris is all about that metal scene. He knows. You can show him a bunch of scribbles on a page. He'll be like, "Oh, that's the cats peeing on Indian graves logo or whatever." I'm sure there's a band.
That's such a good name. That's such a good name. Oh my gosh.
So what we thought would be fun today, because I'm not into that scene, is we've had Waffles. He's in charge of trivia today. He's procured a bunch of different logos from these type of bands where the name is so intricate and so squiggly that for a person like me who's not into that scene, it's really hard for me to even tell if something's if there's even letters there. It's usually like letters, but it's hard to interpret them. So we thought it would be fun for Chris to pick some out and me try to guess what it is saying.
Exactly.
Band name.
So we're gonna play a little game of guess the band name based off the logo.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do is they're gonna be incremented from easiest to hardest.
Okay.
So we're starting off easy and then going all the way to hard. Also, another thing I did, these are all real words. So I'm not giving you sanguisugabog. I'm not giving you like something that you can't pronounce. These are all normal English words. And so fingers crossed you do well. You excited?
Probably won't. Yes. This is like one of the rare times I'm the participant.
Exactly. I'm excited. I actually love playing this game with everybody. I love playing Guess the Band logo. I think it's so fun. So let me get to the right screen. That is not the right screen. Here we go. Are you ready for the first one?
Yep. Let me go ahead and add your
screen. Do I need to zoom in?
No, I can see it pretty good.
Okay.
I'm looking at this. It comparatively, it is pretty simple. I see there's an S.
Yes.
A U, I think. 2 M's. Maybe that's an O. N. I think that's a G at the end. Samoans?
That is not how you spell Samoans. You said every letter out loud and still said Samoans.
Summoning. Is it summoning?
It's summoning.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Summoning is an atmospheric.
Devil?
They're an atmospheric black metal band whose lyrics are all about Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
there you go. Good work. One down. Okay, next one.
Ooh. All right. These are definitely people who are not into Christianity.
Exactly. Exactly.
But they're upside down crosses. I'm looking. I'm seeing. Like I'm guessing that's definitely an M to begin with.
Okay.
I think that might be either an A or an O on the second one.
Okay.
I think that's a Y afterwards, and then an H, and that's either an EXM, FXM, is it a mythical fox? Mayfox.
Mythical Fox.
um,
Your fake band names are so much better than the real ones. I feel disappointed telling me what the actual answer is.
Mayhem. Is it Mayhem?
Mayhem. Good.
All right.
Good work. 2 for 2. Mayhem was infamous in the 90s for their series of church burnings in Norway.
Did they
Also,
really?
There's an entire movie about Mayhem called Lords of Chaos. There's some pretty messed up things happen with that band. We could do a whole episode about it in the future. Not today. We don't have enough time. A lot of messed up things happen with Mayhem.
I think we should do episodes like that where you like do research, or I guess you know a lot.
I will happily tell you the story of Mayhem on an
We
episode.
should
It's
do
insane.
Deadwax behind the music.
Oh my gosh, we'll call it Deadwax, like it's a TED Talk. Yeah.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun, and I'll just provide silly commentary.
There you go. Love it. All right, let's do the third one.
All right, 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
All right. I think these people are really into like roots and stuff like that, like maybe forests and nature and stuff like that. I think this one I'm going to be able to get. It looks pretty simple. But should I just say what I think it is?
Go for it.
Incantation.
Very good.
All right, incantation.
Yeah. This one's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Incantation, but you're 3 for 3. You're killing it.
I'm killing it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, let's get a little bit harder.
Good. Woo! Looks like shouldn't say what it looks like, but it looks like there was a really good time is what it looks like.
There you go.
So
I can zoom in if this one's harder to see.
Yeah, zoom in just a little bit, maybe for the viewers who are watching. All right. I see an H to begin with, I'm pretty sure.
Work. Yep.
I think there's an E, an A, maybe a V in there between an EN.
Okay.
Is it heathen or heathen? Helen?
You're very close.
Harem.
Harem.
Her haven. Heaven? Heaven. Is heaven the first word?
Yep.
Okay, heaven. And then we got SH Shalal. Heaven shall run. Burn. Heaven shall burn.
Good work. Heaven shall burn. 4 for 4. You're doing great.
Oh, man.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Oh, boy. These guys like insects.
Yes, they do.
They specifically, it looks like they like winged insects. They got antennae and some wings there. Woo! It looks like they've got all the different branches of this supposedly logo look like legs, and then 2 on the back for butts, or I don't know what that is. It actually kind of looks maybe like a vagina leading up to cervix up there. Anyways, so I think I see the word signs. Is there signs in there?
There is signs in there.
Okay. Signs of the
You're killing it.
Signs of the
You're doing it. You're there. You got the first 3 right.
War? Signs of the warm. Signs of the times.
You're so close.
Signs of the worn. Signs of the. Oh, what is that? I see a W. I see an R. I see an N.
Yeah.
WRN. It's like playing Wordle. Signs. Is it signs of the war?
Do you give up?
I give up.
Signs of the swarm.
Oh,
like
there's
a swarm of locusts. Yeah.
Oh, that's an S on the very end.
Yep. That's the S right here.
Swarm.
Signs of the swarm.
Oh, mother trucker! I didn't see that big part was an S.
Right? Hey, but you're getting all the rest of them right.
I should have known because it was a freaking bee. It's like a swarm of bees. Damn it! I got to pay attention to that crap.
All right, next one.
Oh boy. These guys like what's that called? Like
dead bodies.
Cardiovascular systems.
Veins. Yeah, they're like veins.
Yeah. So They're
You got this.
okay. All right. So I'm thinking I see a W-A. I see W-A, I think
Okay.
is what it starts with. And I think I see an I-N-G or maybe I know for sure an N-G on the end there.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that's wearing. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Waving of I think there's a the in there in the middle. Something the Cadillac.
Cadillac.
Cadillac. Godzilla.
Waking Godzilla. Yeah.
We'll say Waking the Godzilla. It's the name
Very
of
close. Very close. Waking the Cadaver.
Oh, Cadaver. Damn it.
You're close though. You're getting really close. All right.
Oh boy. Pathology.
Yep. Good work.
Look at that. That was pretty easy.
That was a quick one.
Yeah. That looks very 90s, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks very Godsmacky.
Godsmacky. What?
Yeah,
the
look
hell?
up the Godsmack logo. I don't know. That's just what I thought of when I saw this one.
Okay. Anyway, keep
It
going.
looks like I'm a pro wrestler would get tattooed on their back.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna guess rectum.
Why are you always guessing rectum? I swear.
All right, hold on. Let me. I think
okay,
it's an R. An R.
That is an R. You're right.
And then an E. And then an relocator.
You're very close.
Relocation.
You're very close.
Relocated.
Moving farther away.
Relegation.
You're so close.
Relegation.
No.
They're a group about soccer. Their team's been relegated.
They're a relegated team. This is revocation. That's a V right there.
Revocation.
Yep.
Okay, that V's a little. Holy crap.
Yeah, we're only getting harder.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. I can zoom in on this one a little bit.
I think this looks like did like Patagonia update their logo or
It's just the Patagonia logo. That's hilarious.
Or maybe it's a pumper. Isn't there like a pumper's noodle,
Yikes.
pumper something cookie?
Something noodle? Yeah.
Okay, I see P. I think that's a P.
Yep.
And I think an E.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's two E's. I could be wrong. Peelingers.
You got one word right.
Peeling.
Yep.
Germans. Peeling grass.
Peeling German.
Peeling ears. Okay, let me look at the logo. Peeling scribbles. Peeling
Scribbles. Yeah.
Schrodinger charts. My mother. Peeling grease. Peeling ass. Peeling I don't know. Peeling something.
Peeling flesh.
Peeling flesh, of course.
You can see right here is the FLESH.
Who wouldn't have guessed that? You know.
Who wouldn't have guessed? You might. You know this is one I talk about this band a lot.
Under Oath.
Close. But Under Oath is not it.
Callous Dowboys.
Yeah, it's the Deadwax logo.
Whitechapel.
Definitely not. You were very close right away with Under Oath.
Urethra. Hot. Utah. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to.
It's tough, right? It's tough. This is Undeath.
Undeath. Damn it.
All right, just a couple more.
Okay. Oh boy.
This is where they get very hard.
That's not English, bro. That's like
right
language.
This is where they get very difficult.
Is that a maze? It looks like a maze.
Good question.
I think it might be two words. Am I seeing two rows of word, like two words here?
There's 5 words in there.
Maybe
you can try for this, but it's very difficult.
Go do what? Go do. I don't know. I have no idea, dude. October.
This is Wolves in the Throne Room.
Oh yes,
of course. But if you look,
are those words?
WOLVESIN in the, and this says throne room.
Oh wow!
Isn't that insane?
That is insane. That is a big stretch.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
There's only 2 left.
Carnage, Venom.
It's just Spider-Man characters.
Dr. Octopus. I'd is that like a K or an S?
Nope. This one, here's a hint. This is only 4 letters.
Oh my lord. Okay, only 4 letters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But this one's very hard.
But
it's just butt. Just butt. Yeah.
Poop.
Yeah.
I cannot even distinguish one letter out of
this. Is the band Worm.
Oh, Worm.
All right.
Here, WORM. How can I not see it?
You ready for the last one?
This looks like a bunch of worms.
There you go.
All right.
Here's the last one. It's gone. Did I delete it? Damn it to hell.
That is a really hard one. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's a really difficult. I'm pissed now. That was going to be like the climax. It was like, oh my god.
I probably wouldn't get it. Why don't you just share it so we can see it? Why don't you just
Google it? I'll just Google it. I'll show you the name. But this is the logo for Blood Incantation.
Blood Incantation. And we can still see your document. We don't see your screen.
Oh shit, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Yeah. Okay, this is the logo for Blood Incantation.
What the hell?
That would have been the hardest one.
It looks like fire. It looks like a bunch of lines of fire.
Exactly.
Is that Dr. Phil wearing a...
Yeah.
Click on that, please.
Blood Incantation. So good.
All right.
There you go. That was a fun little game of Guess the Logo.
Oh, wait. Go back. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, it looked like they had one that showed where the letters were in the logo, an image.
It's like a really crappy version. It's not right. It's not right. Someone just like drew over it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Good work.
I hope it was at least entertaining.
Yeah. Hope you guys even liked that. And people just listening were probably like, that was not that good, you guys, because all I could do was hear it. Like, we've got a few questions for Q&A that we can wrap up the episode with. Let me go to that really quick on Instagram. Also, quick thank you to everyone who submitted questions as well as submitted logos to Stooge. We love getting participation. It's fantastic. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is from Regular Vinyl.
Ooh,
They say, "Hey, Jealousy is the best song ever written. What's your second favorite 90s song?" Just favorite song from the 90s, Stooge.
Probably Nookie by Limp Bizkit.
Oh, great answer. Super good answer. Gosh dang, I'm almost mad I didn't pick that.
Or if not that, Sabotage by the Beastie Boys.
Oh, good answer. My knee-jerk reaction when I think of best song in the 90s, besides Hey Jealousy, I fully agree, Hey Jealousy is perfect, is Simic I'm Kinda Life by Third Eye Blind. Very catchy. Great, I love that song.
I'd also
all the
say
doo-doos. Say again?
Killing in the Name by Rage.
Oh,
and then what's it called? I Wish by Skilo.
Oh man, you got all the answers.
Right there. Yeah.
Here's a quick question about food.
There's too many damn good songs, and then
you just got to pick one. Though you can't just they can't all be the second best.
It can't be done. It can't be done. Impossible.
Does pineapple belong on pizza, Stooge? This comes out as from TPCPXD Moose.
As someone who believes in live and let live, you put whatever the hell you want on your pizza, but you better as hell not put it on mine. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say something very controversial yet brave. I don't mind it. I don't mind pineapple on pizza. Do you know what I think is an abomination? Olives. But I don't mind pineapple.
See, and I'll put some olives on a pizza. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't love olives. I think olives taste weird.
Mm-hmm.
Question from my buddy Ben, who we mentioned before, BTR06. Halfway through the year, what? Say again?
I said Chevelle is good.
Some think so. Ben asks, halfway through the year, what are some of your favorite albums of the year so far?
Oh, I've actually got a list of that ready for you.
He's got a list?
Yeah, I keep a list of albums that come out that I listen to that I really enjoy. But one I can say for sure is Electrophonic Chronic by The Arts.
Nice.
Really enjoyed that one. I also really enjoyed College Park by Logic. That's another one that's on my top of the list. I would say after that, this Queens of the Stone Age in Times New Roman would be probably my third. But there's some more coming out. I know there is actually, I've heard rumors that Chevelle album's coming this year. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. Front Bottoms are coming out. You know, I've liked a lot of the new soul albums that have come out. I like Michael's Affair and Black Thought and some of the other stuff in that realm that have come out this year as well. So
I also keep a list. I keep a list. But some of mine, I mentioned already Life Under the Gun by Military Gun. That was a great record. Freak of Nature by Heart Attack Man. Why Would I Watch by Hop Mulligan. Sick of You by Hopscotch Battle Scars. Great album. Hopscotch Battle Scars. Great band.
Yeah.
Thus Spoke Zarathustra's album, Act Like You Don't Know. Meet Me at the Altar, Past, Present, Future. And of course, 10,000 Gex by 100 Gex. Oh, so good.
So good.
But I also I'm already up to like 20 plus on my list of favorite albums of the year. So,
jeez Louise, I need to catch up. Albert Hammond Jr. just put out a new album this weekend, and that was pretty good. Yeah, so if you like the Strokes,
it's just crazy how much good music is coming out this year.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Wow.
Let's do one more question. Let's do an easier one. We were lucky. Thank you. We got a lot of questions this time. It was very helpful. Thank you very much. This is from our buddy Ryan, Rimo Vinyl, who you should follow. Tips for attending concerts or festivals.
I mean, I think this would be great because we're kind of at different stages in our lives, and I think it depends on the show. But I like to try to. Before, when I was younger, I was very much a get down in the crowd as close as you can to the stage and bump around kind of guy. Now that I'm older, I'm very much a hey, where are the chairs kind of guy. So I would say make sure if the venue has chairs, great. Find a chair and do it early before anyone else gets there and gets them. If it doesn't have chairs, but there are like posts or beams, yeah, get the beans.
If you can find some beans.
If they have beans there, make sure not to indulge too much.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, find a beam or a pole or something you can lean up against to rest your weary back. And those are some of my quick tips. I'll let you share a few before you go in.
Number one, wear deodorant. Sweet Lord. Just wear deodorant. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nothing is worse than a smelly show. If you're going to one of my shows, a heavier show with lots of wild things happening, don't wear a hat. Hats are always going to get lost. You'll always lose your hat. Wear comfortable shoes. So you might think your shoes look cool and you're going to receive all the compliments. Just wear comfortable shoes.
That's a great tip right there.
Just wear comfortable shoes. And even if you're at an age where you're buying maybe Converse, buy insoles too. Because Converse are sick and you might look cool for your checkered Vans. But when you get older, you need to get insoles so you feel comfortable all the time. Find bathrooms. Always know where bathrooms are. Go for it.
Here's mine. This is not so much a tip as it is a call for courtesy. If you go to a general admission show, a GA show, be mindful of your surroundings. So 100%. If it's standing room only, and you see a pocket, let's say there's a pocket of space, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go and insert myself there, and that'll be my space. If you're 6'5" or even 6 foot, look around. If there's someone you just walked in front of, who is now not going to be able to see anything because your tall ass just stood in front of them, go stand somewhere else. or move behind them. I mean, what's 5 feet going to make a difference? Because those people tend to, I think, kind of stand in the back sometimes so they could see over the crowd a little bit. Just be mindful. Damn, I hate tall people at shows like that. Because I feel like 9 times out of 10, they stand in front of me and are inconsiderate. And I'm 6 foot, I'm not short. But somehow I still get the tall guy. Like, I'll get there, I have my spot, I've been there for, I don't know, 20 minutes. And then, you know, this, oh, here, this is a spot right here. And I perfectly leave a space because I don't want to be close to the people, you know? And like, people invade my space and maybe I'll get lashed back. Oh, you got to make sure you control that space and move up. And I'm like, anyways, just don't, you know, be mindful. Something, be mindful.
My last tip is no matter what show it is, I feel like this is something that's slightly going southward. Maybe this makes me sound old. Is just treat others like you want to be treated. It's so awesome that you think you're the main character and that you get to see your favorite artist for the first time, but that does not give you a right to be an asshole to people. Like, if you don't want people to yell at you or to hit you or bump into you, don't do it to other people. I have got hours of stories of people being jerks at concerts, and they get what they deserve because at more aggressive shows, it's not something that just goes, you can't just act like a jerk and walk away. You get hit. Yeah. So like one quick example, I went with our friend Ben to go see Coheed and Cambria actually last year. Alkaline Trio was playing with them. Probably like one of the worst crowds I've ever been in. That's what I'm looking for. Just absolute jerks. Everyone was really drunk too. And this lady thought I was a wall. So she comes and leans up against my back and just like takes a break. So I pretended to fall and like pushed her as hard as I could. And she fell and hurt herself. And it was like, great, bitch, fall. But like, it just like, that is such a good example of you need to be nice to people. Like at something like an aggressive show, if you try to act like a jerk, you will get like something right back to you.
Did you say you pushed a woman to the floor?
I backed up into her. And because she was really drunk. But
okay.
I didn't just like attack somebody. I must emphasize
like that. You shoved a woman
she leaned up against me and I kept shuffling, be like, excuse me. Like I even said like, excuse me. And she kept doing it. She would like put her entire body weight against me, against my back. So I just like, I pretended to lean forward and then I went back.
For people to know too, Chris is a large man as well.
Oh yeah.
Like 6'1"?
Say what?
How tall are you? Like 6'1"?
I'm 6'1". Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not small guys.
No, we're not tiny little guys. But anyway, so just I feel like I'm gonna sound like an old person when I say this. I feel like a lot of younger people that are very heavy on social media are going to live music events without knowing a lot of etiquette at the moment. There's been a lot of complaints, especially from like I don't want to give specifics, that sounds mean, but like a lot of people are going and wanting to get it just for Instagram and social media, and that's so awesome. But they're being rude and they're pushing their way to the front and like being jerks about it. So just be nice. Just be nice to people.
I think we have a next show topic idea right here. I think Ryan has the next idea. Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Like the dads of
yeah, we're gonna sound like boomers the entire time. Yeah, exactly. Make sure you wear your insoles, kids. Anyway.
Wear your orthopedics.
Bring your orthopedics. But thank you guys for submitting those questions. We're really, really grateful.
Back in my day, a concert ticket only cost a nickel.
You play live music, you see. We used to get them on the gramophone records. It is funny we're talking about vinyl records and then we sound like old people. Anyway, Stooge, before we wrap up today's episode, because we've been going on for a bit, are there any last thoughts you have pertaining to a specific record store?
Oh yeah, thank you, sir. Rustic Records, great selection of online stuff. RusticRecordsOnline.com. If you're a Swiftie fan, I think they sold out a lot of them, but there's a lot of Taylor Swift. I'm sure a lot of our audience probably doesn't listen to Taylor Swift, but who knows? Maybe. You never know. But he had like a bunch of different Swift, like 8 Swift albums available this weekend. I think all of them but 2 albums are gone now. But anyways, always getting in great stuff. Go check out his website and see if there's anything there you like. And if you're nervous to pull the trigger on something, just use discount code Stooge. It'll save 5%. It makes that purchase a little easier to swallow. Yeah. So RusticRecordsOnline.com, discount code Stooge at checkout. Get some music. Bring some joy into your life.
Heck yeah. Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts not about Rustic Record that you want to add to today's episode?
Any other thoughts? Stay out of submersibles.
Amen. Yeah, amen.
I think that's the best advice I could give right now.
It's great advice too for right now. No, we really much appreciate everybody watching this episode. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. Especially those who just listened. This was a very visual episode, so we appreciate if anybody even made it that far.
We should have said that at the beginning, but oh well.
Exactly. Along with the episode, we'll also post the links to the Deadwax playlist that'll have a ton of the artists we talked about today, a ton of the records we got, logos we talked about, all that good stuff. And we'll also post the link to the Deadwax shirt, the new version with the Ramones.
Check out Teespring. Yeah, we'll have that link.
Teespring.
A new shirt's coming.
Yeah.
We're Ramones inspired.
And we'll model it. It'll be great.
Yeah, for sure.
Amen. If there's no more thoughts,
no,
then y'all need to, for once in your life, get out of the groove and get into the Deadwax. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.